Aren't you having the time of your life? Relax, traveler. I'm here to indulge some of Sumeru's finest cuisine. Fine, I'll toast to that. But since all is done, I'll be submitting my final report to Tsaritsa. You took care of things with the balladeer. All's well that ends well. The balladeer tried to right his wrongs, but one can never truly erase their past. They can only accept it. No matter the atonement, what's done is done. Now, it's best to take my leave. I was only here in case things became out of hand, but once again, you stepped in to save the day. So the gnosis is secure, and I delivered Tsaritsa's message to Doctor to leave things be. He was interested in lingering, but she forbid it. So he had one last negotiation with Nahira to soothe his curiosity. Listen, traveler. The Doctor is powerful. Rank means nothing when stacked against his deeds. The Sumeru girl is just one of many victims to his ruthless experiments. It would sadden me if he became a footnote in his research. You ought to stay clear of him. If he crosses your path, I suggest you run. But something tells me you wouldn't do that, would you? If that's how you wish to see it, then sure. Now that you've received my message, my work is done. Take care, traveler. What? What is it? You want another night with me? I'm sure there's a saying about lying in bed with the enemies. A walk seems harmless. Very well. I like to not speak of the past. I joined the Fatui for my own reasons, as did everyone else. We may be a group, but each of us has our own goals. Tsaritsa's goals lies within the pieces. I do not question her. Nine. Dasei Candice. Well, of course. I am from that region after all. Or so rumors say. I can never lead the Fatui. It's best I stay. Join you and do what? Travel Teva? Fight back the abyss? Save your sibling? Varo? Do you even know what you're fighting against? As I said before, my goals, my business. Let's not speak of past events. You'll only regret it. The Archons. The powerful beings who now reside over the lands. Two are remnants from a war that shaped their very land. Each region, as you know it, is governed by an Archon. Their demeanor, so to speak. When disaster struck, Inazuma's Archon reacted. Though with a cruel hand which did cause harm to her people, she acted doing what she felt was best to keep Inazuma safe. Lie's Archon protected his land through and through. Even if it meant cutting ties with friends, he remained. Only after testing the nation's resolve and being confident in their ability to fight, did he step down, allowing the nation to transition into a new age. And Sumeru, her own people turned against her just because she's young. But even as a child, she acknowledged she's still an Archon who cares for her people, and stepped in when necessary. Monsters? Nein. Nothing. The people called out his name with their last breath. He answered their prayers with silence. Rather he was in a deep slumber or away in battle. When you take on that name and claim ownership over the land, the people become your responsibility. Mondstadt has great citizens who fight to defend it. But when it mattered most, as the land almost fell to ruin, where was he? Does he even feel an ounce of remorse? Is that so? Let me tell you something, traveler. That day I came to collect his gnosis. I yearned to see him burn, just as I did from my hatred. But I refrained. I thought perhaps, just once, the moment we made eye contact, he'd understand. And I'd see a hint of sadness. Some sort of remorse. Maybe even regret. Still, after all these years, not a single tear for his people. And you question my actions towards him? I would have treated him as I did the Geo Archon, with respect. But no. I was greeted with snide remarks, and insults to Zarisa, who's working to right this entire mess. Tell me, the calamity that took place 500 years ago, who do you think started it all? Why was it suddenly hushed? Why is such information heavily buried? Even the Geo-Archon's lips are sealed. Look, whatever reason Celestia and the Archons had for upheaving this world, they should know the blood that spilled would stain the lands forever. You're right. Holding on to a grudge can cause one's misery. As to why I no longer have it. This is your place, right? You still wish to continue. Very well. What else do you wish to know? What about her? Yes, she was upon her throne when the calamity took place. Because her demeanor on the abyss, Celestia, everything, I wholeheartedly stand by, and I will follow her until the end of time. Defend the Archons all you want, traveler, but I made my decision. And if you wish to fight me, then so be it. Well enough. No more speaking of the past. Solution? To what? What would you have me do? Better yet, what would you do? If the gods were there when your sibling fell and did nothing about it, what would you do then? Your entire goal is to find your sibling, and once they're gone, what home do you have to come back to? Who's there waiting for you? What would be your next purpose? Mine became the Fatui. After I burned away every ounce of evil that was in my wake, my body was no more. What remained was no longer human. People feared me. Citizens shielded their eyes from my grotesque body. Though I cleansed the lands, no one could praise a monster. And so I went into solitude, awaiting for the flames to devour me for good. It was then the jester came and reached out to me, selling me this plan to truly right the wrongs of this world. Yes, Piero, the director of the Fatui. At first I thought him mad. Who would be foolish enough to come near a burning monster of despair? Regardless of my attempts to push him away, he dare not budge. And so I accepted his outstretched hand. And in return, he calmed my flames. Thus me wielding this delusion. My anger ceased, and I found peace in the stillness of ice. Well, that's everything, traveler. What? How will you convince me to stay? You cannot help those who don't wish for it. I'm not in need of saving. I'm fine right where I am. My offer still stands. You should join me. I know you're tired, traveler. Each day you fight, yearn, plead. And for what? Only to be rewarded in silence. How many forced smiles do you have left in you? Come here. Tell me, traveler, when was the last time you truly let out all of your anger, resentment? More. Give me more of you, traveler. What do you think? Did you enjoy our latest performance? If you want more, then follow me. Ah, don't forget to follow our socials so you don't miss the latest updates. Thank you for watching and see you soon.